Hello, I'm Mrs Villberg and welcome to Makeup by the VILLBERGS. Today we're creating this tan freckled look. I hope you like it.
Hey everyone, today we're creating a fresh tanned look and we want to focus on a more advanced contouring and showing you how to create natural freckles in your makeup. We start by painting the base in a lighter color, supper color from KRYOLAN. Continue to contour with the darker colors, cutting the cheeks and lowering the forehead, but also contour the neck, around the eyes and around the chin and mouth. This might seem weird right now, but we promise that you'll get it in a few minutes. After blending the first layer of contouring, you go in yet again with a lighter shade of supper color on the center of your forehead, cheekbones, chin and a few dibbles on the nose. And I'm adding just a touch of white supper color on the tip of the nose, between the eyes and under the eyes. I'm outlining the shape of the lips with supper color. I'm doing this because I've contoured the area around the mouth dark, and I will later use a soft color lip tar, and it looks better on a light base. Start outlining the shape of your eyebrows using the skin tone supper color, and blend in the bottom line when you have a shape that you like. Start painting on bushy looking brows, using a sharp brush and the darkest supper color from your contouring. Follow with the second to darkest supper color to give the brows more depth. And when you're happy with your brows, you gently cut the shape of the brows with the skin tone supper color yet again, and finally blend out the bottom edge. Before setting the base, I want to create a first layer of freckles. I want some of them in the base to give the makeup a really natural feel. We're using a stipple sponge from KRYOLAN that I earlier have cut into the shape of an egg. I gently dab the sponge in the dark color from KRYOLAN's Concealer Circle number 5 and start pounding in the freckles into the makeup. Set the makeup with a loose powder. We're using the Perfect Finish from Maquillage. Continue with Maquillage Bright Coral Blush all around the contouring and sides of the nose. And finally go in with the Brush on Bronze from Body Shop. The base is finished and I freaking love it. It looks really natural and fresh. Now it's time for the eye makeup. Before we start, remember to place some loose powder under the eyes so any falling eyeshadow won't smudge your base. Okay, we're using a bunch of eyeshadows, all is listed below. But we start with the brown color, creating a false eye crease. Follow that with a black eyeshadow to make the crease more defined. Blend it out with a pink and skin toned eyeshadow. In this case we're using the Oranger from Peggy Sage. And then you go back and forward with all the colors until you're satisfied with what you see. I'm giving the lids some sparkle using the Copper 005 from Pat McGrath. Just gently dab at the lid with this one because it's usually a really strong pigment. Finish off the eye by lifting the eyebrows with a beige eyeshadow. We're using Sheer from Peggy Sage. Then brush off all the loose powder under the eyes. It's time to cut the crease, and KRYOLAN's aqua colors are great for this. I usually mix it with the Cell Sealer from KRYOLAN so it stays on all night, but you can also just use water. Give your new eyelid life with a sparkly eyeshadow. We're using Flicker from OCC Makeup. It's time for the eyeliner, and today I want to do a sharp wet one. The dual-ended marker from Pat McGrath is great for this. It works like a Pantone pen with one precision end and one bold end, and it's really great. Set the eyeliner with a black eyeshadow when you're done. And if you have any beauty marks, now's the time to cover them. We have curled the lashes and painted them with Maquillage Define and Lengthen mascara, and now it's time for the false lashes. Unfortunately, we don't have any brands to mention today since we bought both top and bottom lashes in an Asian marketplace, so we don't have any idea what the brands are. Sorry about that. Oh, and I thought the top lashes were a bit weak, so I decided to stack them by adding another lash on top of the first one. Time to give the eyebrows one last workover. We're using the same color wheel as before, the Concealer Circle number 5 from KRYOLAN, and a sharp brush to brush them up even more. I really like painting parts of the makeup again and again during the makeup. It makes it look effortless and gives it more depth. And speaking of that, it's time to give the face one last round of freckles. I have cleaned the sponge now, and I'm using a dark KRYOLAN aqua color that I only mix with water to do the freckles. When I have enough of darker freckles, I turn the sponge around and use the exact same color as earlier in this tutorial, to give the freckles that last dimension. It's finally time to create some gorgeous lips on top of that hideous clown mouth we've been staring at this whole tutorial. Just trace the line we made in the contouring with a lip pen. We're using Noisette from Peggy Sage. We're filling up the lip with a great lip tar in the color Synth from OCC Makeup. The makeup is really coming together now. All that's left is to highlight. We're using the highlight palette Solstice from Sleek Makeup to highlight, and we're only using the color Equinox because it's the darkest one on the palette. Put it on your cheekbones, on top of your contoured upper lip, underneath your eyebrows, and of course on the tip of your nose. And you're done!
The makeup is done, so now it's time to jump into an outfit that we made, contacts, and then my new wig from Donna Love Hair that my husband styled for me. See you soon. The look is complete. I feel super tanned and glamorous. If you have any questions, please comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.